Alright, what is up, fam? How are you all doing? A very warm welcome back to the good old YouTube channel. And for those of you who are joining for the very first time, my name is Eric. I am now a first year junior doctor working here in Sydney. I know it's been a very hot minute since I last uploaded a video. Do I have any sort of valid excuses as to why I've been MIA for the past 2 years? Not really. It was mainly a combination of laziness, first and foremost, and I guess in my self-defense, I was also going into my final year of medical school, and so a combination of both part-time work and studies took quite a big chunk of my time day to day. Thinking back, there were definitely days where I could have potentially maybe uploaded a video or two, but I was just being lazy and giving unnecessary excuses. But I want to change all of that, starting with this first video. So this video is mainly going to be a rambly life update video in regards to what has transpired over the past 2 years, what I'm doing at the moment, and also giving you guys an update and also a reflection as to what the past 3 months of my life has been like, starting work as a first year junior doctor here in Sydney, particularly in the New South Wales health system. And so yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so I guess sort of like the main thing that has happened over the past few years is that your boy has finally graduated medical school. Hands down, one of the best 6 years of my life, and I am extremely humbled and grateful to have had such an incredible group of smart and talented colleagues, but also supportive mentors who took me under their wing and supported me at every step of this long journey. But once you graduate med school, the reality starts to sink in, and I think the glamour and the romanticism that's associated with medicine, it's much more prevalent when you're trying to become a doctor. But once you actually start working as one, at least in my opinion, I think it sort of slowly dissipates away. So I first started work in February, and today is what? It's May, so 3 months ago. I started on the first week of February, and my first ever rotation was in geriatrics. And so for my non-medical viewers out there, geriatrics is a field of medicine where you're essentially providing medical support and care to the elderly population. And so in the hospital that I work at, it's basically any patient over the age of 75, if I remember correctly. And so one of the main challenges that's inherent to this patient population is that they'll present with the primary issue or the primary complaint, but owing to their age in particular, they also come with a background of a multitude of comorbidities. So this can be metabolic diseases like diabetes, for example, heart conditions as well, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and often the trickiest and undiagnosed condition to manage within an elderly population is the neurodegenerative conditions like dementia. And so I can very much vividly remember during my first week of starting as a first year junior doctor, or an intern as they call it here, I was definitely out of my depth. I definitely wasn't one of those interns where I had the ball rolling from day one. It took me quite a while to adjust to the team dynamics, but also to the team population as well. Another thing that's very pertinent to geriatrics is that every day you're working with a diverse multidisciplinary team. So this includes our allied health professionals, so if you want to ensure that your patient's like mobilizing well, you have your physios. If you have like swallowing difficulties, you have your speech pathologist as well. If the patient needs like placement for like a nursing home, for example, you have your social workers as well. And you also have in some cases in-house like pharmacists as well, because elderly patients often have a long list of medications that needs to be reconciled and managed appropriately. And so my job as a junior doctor was to sort of manage all these different stakeholders, but also at the same time take relevant advice from them as well. And so it was mainly, it involved a lot of social skills and a lot of effective communication to keep the ward running smoothly. And it was also a bit tricky in my first week as well, mainly because of the fact that my patient list was quite long as well. I think I had about like 30 patients, where half of them were quite sick. So there was a struggle. I remember, I think the first week I remember consistently going back at like 7:30 p.m. every day, and so I was claiming a lot of overtime, but at the same time I was also trying to finish the jobs on the same day as well. So that's the first week. In terms of the challenges that I faced in my first few months of working as a junior doctor, I guess to make it easier, I'll split it into 3 main parts. So the first one is writing discharge summaries. So a discharge summary is basically where you write an account of what sort of treatment has been provided for a patient during their admission, and what follow-up plan the team has implemented once they've been discharged for like a GP to follow up, or even a patient to continue with. I don't know about how other medical schools work, but at least from my medical school, we weren't really taught how to write a good discharge summary. It's just more of, it's really opportunistic in your rotations, where if you have like an intern that's willing to like supervise you, or like a registrar that's willing to like supervise a med student on writing a discharge summary, then for the med students that are watching, you should definitely go for it. But at least from my experience, or at least when I was going through medical school, it didn't happen. So it was my first time ever writing a discharge summary, and boy, oh boy, was it difficult. It was difficult mainly because of the fact that you don't know what information is relevant and pertinent to this patient, and whether or not you should include it. And so my poor registrar had to comb through all of the discharge summaries that I've written, and yeah, sort of like proofread it and edit as he went along and examined my summaries. So that was one of the main challenges that I found. The other challenge is also taking notes during ward rounds. So thankfully, the hospital that I'm working in at right now is computer based, and so you can pretty much just type as you go along the ward round. But the problem with it is that you first and foremost need to have a very fast typing speed, which I would say I have quite a reasonably high like typing speed. But it was just more of the fact that, especially when you're rounding with a consultant, they round quite fast. I can assure you, 50% of the time, 50% of the time, the consultants will be I guess sort of like fixated on the patient, and they'll just like bark out orders at you, and you're just like trying to scramble and get that information onto the document, and also the plan as well. So the plan, when it comes to writing a ward round, the plan is the most important bit of it. And so if you get everything else wrong, at least make sure that the plan is up to date, it's relevant, and it's pertinent to the patient. So it took me quite a while to get used to the consultants on the rounding speed, but it improves over time as well. So yeah, so that's the first one. So the discharge summaries and taking ward round notes. Secondly, the second challenge that I faced was the procedural skills. So the bread and butter of medicine is putting a needle in and taking blood. So venipuncture is one of them, and also cannulation, where you're putting a needle in and you're putting another plastic tube in that will sit in situ on the patient's skin, so that like depending on what the patient needs, so that antibiotics can flow through that tube, or even like fluids as well. So it's a bread and butter skill that we're taught in medical school. But even though I was very much opportunistic during my time in medical school to immerse myself and to take every opportunity that I have in terms of doing like bloods, putting in cannulas, for some reason, when I first started, I missed all of my cannulas and all of my bloods. And again, my poor registrar had to, I guess, sort of like compensate for my incompetence. But the funny thing is, so for the first 2 weeks, I pretty much missed all of my cannulas and all of my bloods. But after that 2-week mark, you then start to notice a tangible, I guess, sort of like difference in how you operate. And what do I mean by that? So in the first 2 weeks, you are being force-fed a boatload of information that you have to absorb very quickly and in a very efficient manner, but you're also learning a lot of new skills at the same time as well. And so after that first 2-week mark, I noticed a very tangible difference in the skills that I've had, but also in a sense that I upskilled quite fast as well. And if I remember correctly, after that 2-week mark, I don't think I missed any cannula or missed taking any bloods from a patient until the end of the term. And so it was quite a noticeable difference, and it wasn't a it's one of those things where you notice it yourself, but also I have my consultant. So my consultant is the like the big boss that supervises me. He also chimed in and he also said that, hey Eric, you know, compared to the first week, I'm seeing, you know, you're upskilling very fast, and that's a good thing. And it's also very, and he also told, and he was a very nice consultant, and it was like, he also said that like it was very heartwarming to like see that, you know, that I've been going on this like upward trajectory. So it's like a nice experience overall. And so for any med students that are watching, cannulations, taking blood, make sure you practice it as much as you can. And also at the same time, once you actually start working, don't feel disheartened if you can't get it on your first goal, on your second goal, your third goal, or even your 20th goal. I can assure you that it will get better over time. Then last but not least, the skill that took me quite a while to master, and one that I'm still in the process of getting good at, is making consults. The desktop went out. Hold on. There you go. Sorry. I just thought that, you know, having a nice little like background would punctuate this this video. But anyway, sorry, where was I? Oh, consults, yes. So consults are the main one, the main challenges that, or one of the main challenges that I face, and it's still an ongoing challenge. So basically what a consult involves is that you are essentially asking another team, so another specialty, whether that be cardiology, rheumatology, gastroenterology, surgical even, so orthopedics, urology. And so you're usually calling a very high up clinician, usually a registrar, so they're the second in command after the consultant. And so on average, they're like 3 to 4 years older than you. They're highly experienced in their field as well. And so you're calling them up and asking them for advice, opinion, as to how you can best manage your patient. And I remember my very first consult. Again, a consult was one of those things back in med school where I didn't have any experience doing it, and so it was my very first time doing it as a junior doctor as well, once I actually started work. So my very first consult, I remember very vividly, it was calling the advanced trainee. So an advanced trainee is mainly it's basically a senior registrar who's about to become a consultant. And so I called up the infectious disease advanced trainee. Obviously, I came in with a game plan, and so with any sort of consult, it's always good to go in with a game plan. Expect a little bit of like pushback like from them as well, but at the same time, you're trying to get your point across in a very efficient manner, so that the registrar on the other end can go, okay, so this is what you've told me, and so this is, you know, the plan for this patient. But in my case, I called up the infectious disease registrar. I went in with my game plan, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting the registrar to I guess like sort of ask me like questions where, thinking back, well, whilst I'm on the phone, while he was asking me those questions, I was just thinking, why didn't I think of that before? And he just kept asking me question after question, where I was just like, to the point where like I literally didn't know that first and foremost, I didn't know the information was available to me, and secondly, I didn't even know that this patient came in with you know, like this particular condition that he was asking me for. And so it took it took me quite a while to like gather those information and present it back to him, and he was also like very nice about it as well, and also took it as a sort of like a teaching session where, you know, the next time you consult, make sure you have these information at play. And so I guess, yeah, so that was like mainly my my first experience consulting. I also had another consult during my after hours rotation. I can make another video on after hours at a different time, because that's like a different talking point altogether. So in after hours, basically you work your day shift, and then from 4:30 all the way to 9:30 at night, that's the after hours shift, where you cover like a specific number of wards. And I remember very vividly the second consult that I had to do was to a gastroenterology consultant. And long story short, I just got blasted over the phone, mainly because even though I did go in with a game plan, it was again not knowing the specific pertinent information that's relevant to their specialty, and not I guess sort of like presenting it in a coherent manner. And so I had my ass handed back to me, pretty much, and I guess it was also sort of a like a tough love approach to getting my skills up to par, but also the next time I make a gastroenterology consult, I know what sort of like information that I have to keep in mind, and I guess sort of like the opening lines that I should go in with the next time I do a consult. So consults are really high yield, and again, for the med students that are watching, if there is ever an opportunity for you to practice making a consult to another team, please do so, because you will be making a boatload of consults, and you'll be expected to make one even from the first day. So I highly implore you to take that opportunity should it arise. So that's pretty much it for like, I guess like the main challenges. There's obviously a lot more, but I think it'll just be like a long rambly video if I just listed out all the challenges. Alright, so that's pretty much it for me here today, guys. I hope this video was somewhat useful. Probably not too useful for the non-medical viewers, but I hope it was at least mildly entertaining, and you've had a glimpse as to what I guess sort of like what the challenges are really like when you first start working as a like a junior doctor here in Australia. I tend to upload a video at least once a week going forward, focusing on, you know, like lifestyle medicine related content. But the other facet that I want to touch on is also like productivity and tech as well, which I'm very much interested in. AI in particular, so keep an eye out for that as well. And as always, make sure to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. And for the med students and the fellow interns that are watching this video, I'd also be very much interested in what your experiences are like, so make sure you drop a comment down below sharing your experiences, because I am very fascinated by that. Because even though I started off in Jerry's, I know that the other interns went on to have like different rotations, and so they'll have a like a completely different set of experiences, and also like tidbits of like wisdom and information to share as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, and I'll see you in the next video then, guys. All right, cheers, bye.